Hello everyone, I am Assistant Professor Milan Patel from Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today we will discuss chapter number 4, Harmonics of the subject Power Quality and Management, having a subject code of 2180911 from the 8th semester of the Electrical Engineering Department. So, flow of contents for video lectures are: what is harmonic, types of harmonics, harmonic numbers, harmonic phase rotation, voltage and current harmonics, IHD and THD means individual harmonic distortion and total harmonic distortion, harmonic signatures, effect of harmonic on power system devices, harmonic current mitigation techniques. So these contents will be covered in this video lecture. So now these are the GTU questions from the chapter number 4, having a weightage of 12% for GTU examination, and these are the questions uh, which was asked in previous GTU examination. So first question is that what is harmonics? Explain the causes of harmonics. It was asked in winter 2017 and summer 2018 for the 7 marks. Now question number 2, explain individual and total harmonic distortions, which was asked in winter 2017, summer 2017, summer 2018 for the 4 marks. Third one is a numerical based on the IHD and THD calculation, and it was asked in winter 2017 for the 7 marks. Now question number 4 is the list and explain the types of harmonics based on the sequence of rotation and also discuss the effect of each, was asked in winter 2017 for the same 7 marks. Now question number 5, what do you mean by order of harmonics when even order harmonics will be present in the system? Explain its effect on the induction motor for the 7 marks in the winter 2017. Now question number 6, explain causes of the voltage and current harmonics, was asked in winter 2017 for the 7 marks. Now question number 7, discuss the effect of harmonics on the different loads, was asked in winter 2016, winter 2017, summer 2017, summer 2018 for the 7 marks. So this is the most IMP question. And question 8 is give names of harmonic signature, explain adjustable speed drives, was asked in winter 2017 for the 7 marks. Now question number 9 is explain methods by which harmonics can be eliminated, was asked in winter 2017 for the 7 marks. Same question. Question number 10, list and explain various harmonic mitigation techniques. So it is also asked for 7 marks in the examination. So today we will see the question number 1, what is harmonics and its causes, and question number 5, what do you mean by order of harmonics when even harmonics will be present in the system, and explain its effect on the induction motor. So these 2 questions will be covered today. So first of all, what is harmonics? What is harmonics? So Webster's New World Dictionary defines harmonics as a pure tone making up composite tone in music. So Webster's New World Dictionary defines harmonics as pure tones making up a composite tone in music. So a pure tone is a musical sound of a single frequency and a combination of many pure tones makes up a composite sound. So sound waves are electromagnetic waves traveling through space as a periodic function of a time. We know that the sound waves are electromagnetic waves which are traveling through space as a periodic function of a time. And can the principle behind pure music tone apply to other functions or quantities that are time dependent? So in the early 80s means 18th century, French mathematician Jean-Baptiste Fourier formulated that a periodic non-sinusoidal function of a fundamental frequency f may be expressed as a sum of sinusoidal function of frequencies which are in multiple of the fundamental frequency. So in our discussion here, we are mainly concerned with periodic functions of voltage and current due to their importance in the field of power quality. So, in other applications, the periodic functions might refer to radio frequency transmission, heat flow through a medium, vibration of a mechanical structure, or the motions of the pendulum in a clock. So, a sinusoidal voltage or current function that is dependent on time t may be represented by a following expression. For voltage function, Vt is equal to V sin omega t, and for current function I of t is equal to I sin omega t plus or minus 5. This 5 stands for a leading or lagging condition, positive 5 for leading condition and negative 5 for the lagging condition. So, where omega is equal to 2 pi f is known as angular velocity of the periodic waveform, and phi is the difference in the phase angle between the voltage and current waveform, referred as the common axis. And the sign of phi is positive if the current leads the voltage and negative if the current is lagged by the voltage. Figure shows the voltage and current waveform expressed by the equation 4.1 and 4.2 as mentioned here. So this is shown in figure number 4.1. So this is the voltage waveform V is equal to V sin omega t, and this is the current function, current waveform I is equal to I sin omega t, but minus 5 because this is in lagging condition. This is in lagging condition. Here current lags the voltage by the phi angle, and omega is equal to angular velocity is equal to 2 pi f. Period t is defined by 1 by f. So again it is given by 2 pi by omega. This is from this equation, omega is equal to 2 pi f. So t is equal to 2 pi by omega. So this is the figure for the sinusoidal voltage and current function of time t. Lagging functions are indicated by the negative phase angle and leading function by the positive phase angle. Now, for the periodic non-sinusoidal waveform, figure so 4.2, the simplified Fourier expression states that V of t is equal to V0 plus V1 sin omega t. V0 plus V1 sin omega t plus V2 sin 2 omega t plus V3 sin 3 omega t plus V4 sin 4 omega t Vn sin n omega t plus Vn plus sin omega t n plus 1 omega t plus . So this is the infinite term. This is the infinite term which is derived from the V of t. V of t is nothing but this is sine, this pure sine wave V of t is given by Fourier analysis method. V of t is equal to V0 plus V1 sin omega t plus V2 sin 2 omega 2 plus Vn sin omega n omega t. So simply put, the integer multiple with the sin omega t function, and the denominator for the subscript of the voltage peak value is given by V1, V2, V3 Vn. So n stands for number of harmonic. So this is the figure 4.2 non-sinusoidal voltage waveform Fourier series. The Fourier series allows expression of non-sinusoidal periodic waveform in terms of sinusoidal harmonic frequency component. So Fourier analysis will help us to convert these non-sinusoidal AC quantity into convert pure sinusoidal AC quantities summation means we will, if the this V of t is non-sinusoidal, if this V of t is non-sinusoidal waveform, so it is very tough to analyze this kind of waveform. So we have to convert this equation in Fourier form like this, Fourier from like this, and we have to divide this equation in uh, each order harmonic sequence for summation purpose. So we will write it like this. This is V0 means this is DC offset voltage. This is V1 sin omega t means के first order harmonic. In our word, this is the fundamental. This is the second order harmonic waveform. This is the third order harmonic waveform, nth order harmonic waveform, n plus 1 order harmonic waveform. So this is the way to analyze the non-sinusoidal waveform with using Fourier analysis. So basic definition of the harmonic is that it is a uh, it is the AC quantity component having a frequency having multiple integer of the fundamental frequency is called harmonic. So it is the component of AC waveform having an integer multiple of frequency of the fundamental frequency is called harmonic. Now, we see the Fourier equation for the non-sinusoidal AC quantity. So, the Fourier expression is an infinite series. An infinite series. So, in this equation, V0 represents the, so in this equation, V0 represent the constant or DC component, constant or DC component of the waveform. V0 for the constant or DC component of the waveform. V1, V2, V3 dot 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 Vn are the peak values of the successive terms, terms of the expression, and the terms are known as the harmonics of the periodic waveforms, and the whole terms is known as the harmonics of the periodic waveform, the fundamental or first harmonic frequency has a frequency of f, and the second harmonic has a frequency of 2f, the third harmonic has a frequency of 3f, and the nth harmonic has a frequency of nf. So if the fundamental frequency is 60 hertz as in the US, in India it is a 50 hertz, the second harmonic frequency is 120 hertz, and the third harmonic frequency is 180 hertz. So the significance of the harmonic frequencies can be seen in the next figure, and the second harmonic undergoes 2 complete cycles during one cycle of the fundamental frequency, and the third harmonic travels 3 complete cycles during one cycle of the fundamental frequency. V1, V2, V3 are the peak values of the harmonic components that comprises the composite waveform, which also has a frequency of f. So let's say figure 4.3. So this is the figure 4.3 fundamental second and third order harmonic. So the first one is the fundamental waveform. Fundamental waveform having a equation V1 sin omega t. V1 sin omega t. This is the magnitude, peak magnitude of this waveform is V1, and this is the one complete cycle for this fundamental waveform, fundamental component waveform, and this is the one complete cycle. Now for the second order harmonic system, second harmonic, so it is denoted by V2 sin 2 omega t, V2 sin 2 omega t, V2 sin 2 omega t. So it means that uh, the complete cycle of fundamental, and the second harmonic has the half value of the fundamental time period. So time period for the second harmonics is one half the fundamental waveform. So in this one complete cycle of the fundamental, two complete cycle of the second harmonic is there. Two complete cycle of the is there, because as we see that this is the frequency 50 hertz, this is the frequency 100, because it is 2 omega t multiplied by 2. So 2 into 50 is 100 hertz. 100 hertz. So 1 by 100 is the time period for this waveform. So this is the two complete cycle which will cover in this one complete cycle of the fundamental for the second harmonic system. So this is the one complete cycle. It is half of this fundamentals time period. Now the third harmonic. So in third harmonic, there is three complete cycle there. Three complete cycles are there. So and this is the frequency of 3 into 50 means 150 hertz. 150 hertz frequency for the third harmonic. So this is the waveform for the fundamental second and the third harmonic system. So the Fourier expression for the equation 4.3, the Fourier expression of the equation v of t, v0 plus v1 sin omega t plus v2 sin 2 omega t plus dot 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 vn sin n omega t has been simplified to clarify the concept behind harmonic frequency component in a non-linear periodic function. For the purist, the following more precise expression is offered for a periodic voltage wave with fundamental frequency of omega is equal to 2 pi f, and it is given by v of t is equal to v0 plus sigma in bracket ak cos k omega t plus bk sin k omega t, where k is equal to 1 to infinity, where k is equal to 1 to infinity. So this is the simplified equation for this non-sinusoidal harmonic or non-sinusoidal AC quantities. So where the value of AK and BK are coefficient of the individual harmonic terms. Individual harmonic terms coefficients are given by AK and BK. Under certain conditions, the cosine or sine terms can vanish, giving us a simpler expression. If the function is an even function, meaning f minus t is equal to f of t, then the sine terms vanish from the expression. And if the function is odd with f of minus t is equal to minus f of t, then the cosine terms disappear. So whether the function is whether the function is even, then the sine terms vanish, means disappeared. So for the even function, only cos terms are there, only cos terms are there for the even function, and only sine functions are there for the odd function. So for our analysis, we will use the simplified expression involving sine terms only. So it should be noted that having both sine and cosine terms affects only the displacement angle of the harmonic component and the shape of the non-linear wave, and does not alter the principle behind the application of the Fourier series. So sine and cosine term will effect only on the displacement angle of the harmonic component and the shape of the non-linear waveform. So it will not change the principle of the Fourier series analysis. Now the coefficient of the harmonic terms of the function t contained in equation 4.4 are determined by, so the value of ak and bk, the values of ak and bk will be found by this equation. So it is given by So AK is given by 1 by pi integration minus pi to pi f of t cos kt dt, where k is equal to 1 to 3 dot 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 n. So this is equation number 4.5. So this will be used to find the value of AK from any equation or any function. Now bk is equal to 1 by pi minus pi to pi f of t sin kt dt, where k is equal to 1 to 3 dot 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 n. This is equation number 4.6. So now the coefficients present the peak values for the individual harmonic frequency terms of the nonlinear periodic function represented by the f of t, and it is not the intent to this book to explore the intricacies of the Fourier series. Several books in mathematics are available for the reader who wants to develop a deeper understanding of this very essential tool for solving power quality problems related to the harmonic. So this is the way how to calculate the AK and BK for the equation 4.4, and equation 4.4 is the solution for the equation non-sinusoidal equation 4.3. So this is the basic introduction to the harmonic. Now harmonic number. Next topic is harmonic number. So harmonic number n refers to the individual frequency element that comprises a composite waveform. So for example, n is equal to 5 refers to the fifth harmonic component with the frequency equal to 5 times the fundamental frequency. If we consider the fundamental frequency 60 Hz, then the fifth harmonic frequency will be 5 multiplied by 60 is equal to 300 Hz. Or if we consider the 50 Hz standard frequency, then the fifth harmonic will be 250 Hz for the particular system, and the harmonic number is 6. 6 is the component with the frequency of 360 Hz, and dealing with the harmonic numbers and not with the harmonic frequencies is done for two reasons. The first one is that the fundamental frequency varies among individual countries. The fundamental frequencies varies among individual countries and applications. The fundamental frequencies in the US is 60 Hz. In USA, the fundamental frequency is 60 Hz, whereas in Europe and many Asian countries, the fundamental frequencies are 50 Hz. So also some applications use frequencies other than 50 or 60 Hz. For example, 400 Hz is a common frequency in the aerospace industries, while some AC systems for electric traction use 25 Hz as the frequency, and inverter part of the AC adjustable speed drives can operate at any frequency between 0 to its full range of frequency, and the fundamental frequency then becomes the frequency at which the motor is operating. Now the use of harmonic numbers allows us to simplify how we express harmonic. So the second reason for the using harmonic number is the simplification of the realized in performing mathematical operation involving harmonics. So these main two reasons are behind to consider the harmonic order rather than the frequencies of the particular harmonic order. Now types of the harmonic. So there are main two types are there. First one is odd harmonics and second one is even harmonic. Odd harmonics are nothing but the integer multiple of the fundamental frequencies are odd, then the harmonic will called odd harmonic, and for even number of integer multiple of the frequency it will called even order harmonic. So as their name imply, odd harmonics have odd numbers, for example 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and even harmonics have even numbers, for example 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So harmonic number 1 is assigned to fundamental. So harmonic number 1 is assigned to the fundamental frequency component of the periodic waveform, and harmonic number 0 represent a constant or DC component of the waveform. So for DC component, there is a zero number assigned. The DC component is the net difference between the positive and the negative half of one complete waveform. The DC component is nothing but the net difference between the positive and negative half cycle. Now figure 4.5 shows a periodic waveform with net DC content, and the DC content component of a waveform has undesirable effect, particularly on the transformer due to the phenomena of the core saturation. So this is the figure 4.5 for the current waveform with DC component of scale 1 ampere is equal to 200 ampere, and this waveform has a net negative DC component. Net negative DC component as indicated by the larger area of a negative half compared to a positive half of each cycle. So in this is the positive half and this is the negative half, so we can see that this negative half is greater than this positive half. So resultant of this positive and negative half will be a negative DC component, and it will give bad effect on the transformer, because we know that the DC component in AC quantity of the transformer available, then saturation will occur, saturation problem will occur. So this is the positive half cycle, negative half cycle. We can simply observe that this negative half cycle is greater than this positive cycle. The some DC component is created over here in negative side. So the DC component of a waveform has undesirable effects, particularly on transformer due to the phenomena of the core saturation. Now saturation of core is caused by operating the core at magnetic field levels above the knee of the magnetization curve. So saturation will occur at the magnetizing curve, magnetic field level above the knee point of the magnetization curve, and the transformer are designed to operate below the knee point of the curve. When DC voltage or current are applied to the transformer winding, large DC magnetic fields are set up in the transformer core, and the sum of the AC and the DC magnetic fields can shift the transformer operation into region past the knee of the saturation curve. And operation in the saturation region place large excitation power requirement to the power system. So the transformer losses are substantially increased, causing the excessive temperature rise in the core, and due to this, core vibration becomes more pronounced as the result of the operation in the saturation region. So above the knee level, the operation of the transformer will result in the core vibration. We usually look at harmonics as integers, but some applications produce harmonic voltage and current that are non-integer. So electric arc furnaces are examples of the loads that generate non-linear, non-integer harmonics. So electric arc furnaces will generate the non-integer type harmonics. Arc welders can also generate non-integer harmonics. In both the cases, once the arc stabilizes, the non-integer harmonic mostly disappear, leaving only the integer harmonics. And the majority of the nonlinear load produce harmonics that are odd multiple of the fundamental frequency. So majority of non-linear loads produce harmonic that are odd multiples of the fundamental frequencies. Now the certain conditions need to exist for production of even harmonics. Uneven current draw between the positive and negative halves of one cycle to operation can generate even harmonics. So uneven current draw between the positive and negative halves of one cycle of operation can generate even harmonics. So this is the reason behind the even harmonics generation. The uneven operation may be due to the nature of the application or could indicate problems with the load circuitry, and the transformer magnetizing current appreciably level of even harmonics components, and so do arc furnaces during the startup. Now subharmonics have frequency below the fundamental frequencies. Now uh, from the number of the harmonics we can derive it in even harmonic, odd harmonic, and interharmonic third one is interharmonic, and last one is subharmonic. And subharmonic have frequencies below the fundamental frequency and are rare in power system. Suppose our fundamental frequency is 50 hertz, then the uh, harmonics having a frequency less than 50 hertz will be considered as a subharmonic. Now, when the subharmonic are present, the underlying cause is the resonance between the harmonic currents and the voltage with the power system capacitance and the inductance. So, this is the condition only created by the resonance condition due to the L and C of the power system. Now, subharmonic may be generated when a system is highly inductive, such as an arc during startup, or if the power system also contains large capacitor banks for the power factor correction or filtering. Such conditions produce slow oscillations that are relatively undamped, resulting in the voltage sags and light. So, uh, subharmonics mainly depend on the large inductive load or large capacitive load. It will resulting in the voltage sags or light flickering effect. We discussed this voltage sags and light flickering in the chapter number 2. So this is subharmonic is also reason behind the voltage sag and light flickering. Thank you.